So today, Mathieu Van der Poel finally won Tour de France stage after his 2 attempts. The first day, obviously, we're going to talk about, and then we're going to talk about today, Mur de Bretagne. Very, very tough stage in terms of the finish, and obviously it was unbelievable how impressive he was in the final. So first of all, we're going to talk about yesterday. Now, it was a similar-ish finish yesterday, a slightly longer climb, steeper towards, and then apart from that, quite similar, steep at the beginning, then flattens off. And obviously yesterday, Alaphilippe won by a long way. Alaphilippe attacked very, very early. And to be honest, Van der Poel was out of position. It was like a left-right, 90-degree corners just before. And he was well out of position yesterday. And he didn't look that good, to be honest. And everyone was like, finished top 20 on the stage. But I always thought it was going to be quite hard. I actually thought the Mur de Bretagne was going to be harder. But alas, we'll get into that later. But the main issue was that he was just out of position at the bottom, despite a lot of crashes and etc. So actually, it probably should have been easier because there were less people yesterday. Van der Poel did find it very hard to get out in position. However, today he had a lot better position. He was a lot higher up. He was like where all the favourites were. And I think because of the way the finish was, is that it was a bit easier coming onto it and to get into position just because of a large drag run in, and also on the climb you could probably move up a little bit. But yeah, then basically from early on, Alpecin Fenix's teammate and Formolo went on the attack. Richie Porte set the tap. That's what you could tell. As soon as he attacked, they tried to follow him for a little bit, and then were just like, you know what, sack this off. And the gap he got straight away was absolutely mental. Like, it was huge. The boy was absolutely flying. It was unbelievable, and I really, it was absolutely bonkers. But yeah, the power data on display from Shenko, who obviously was in the group behind, was ridiculous. Like, he did 8 watts per kilo, which was like 550 watts or something stupid for the first 3 minutes of the climb, and it was very surgy as well. It was very up and down, and like obviously Van der Poel is a heavy rider, but I think when he attacked, like, he was just on a different level and soloed away and put like 8 seconds into them in very short order, like very, very short order. So it was an unbelievable performance from Van der Poel, and I think sort of not necessarily surprising because he is an absolute legend of the sport and he's just so strong at that sort of effort. But I think people were maybe taken by surprise. Maybe people thought, oh, he can't do it in the Tour. Willie Smith, who always has horrendous takes, and had another horrendous take where he said, actually, when everyone's on their top form, maybe Van der Poel won't be that dominant. But obviously that's a stupid take because he was very, very dominant and just destroyed everyone on that climb. And I think maybe what's surprising as well was that Van Aert wasn't closer, but again, he's looking after people. Like, in some ways he didn't have too many competitions. His main competition was Colbrelli, and I do have to question the tactics of Solly Colbrelli. Like, why would you attack if you know that Van der Poel, like, you're probably quicker than him, like, arguably, but like, you're not definitely better at climbing or like short punchy efforts than him, so surely you just try and follow him instead of setting the pace. And you might argue, okay, it's a climb, he's going to attack, but like, it didn't really make sense to attack and Van der Poel to follow him. But I guess everyone has their own tactics at the end of the day, and just, that's how it is. But moving forward, how many days is going to keep yellow? Well, tomorrow's a sprint stage, so that's stage 3. Stage 4, another sprint stage, so it should keep it for the next 2. And then it's a TT, stage 5, this 27-kilometer time trial. Now, I don't really think he's going to be able to keep it, because he does have a decent gap, like 5-6 seconds, but on Roglic and Pogačar. But like, Roglic and Pogačar, especially Pogačar, is like, one of the top 5 TTers in the world. Like, he's ridiculous. So I don't really see how he's going to keep it past then. But yeah, the next couple of days he'll definitely be in the yellow jersey. It's going to be exciting to see what Van der Poel can do for the rest of the Tour. How long is he going to stay? Is he going to retire just before, well, not before, but I guess maybe mid-second week or something, because he needs to go to the Olympics? I'm not 100% sure, but we will see. Anyway, cheers for watching. Hope you enjoyed this little recap vid, and we'll see you in the next one.